going?
Ever since it's been a long time coming.
Yes, it has.
I know.
What's that you know?
Change gonna come.
Hello.
Good afternoon, College Summit. You need better than that too. Good afternoon, College Summit. I am honored and humbled to stand before this amazing group of motivated, committed, dedicated folks who are in and about the business of impacting lives and impacting families and impacting communities. You know, I started with a change is going to come because change is the only constant in life. You know, Gandhi said to be the change that you want to see in the world, right? President Obama said we are the change we have been waiting for. The reason why I want to talk to us today, talk just a little bit today about change and the importance of change, is because without change, you can't grow. Now, you can change and not grow, but you can't grow and not change. Right? Is that right? So, for folks who've been here, you know, I've been here now, this is my 7th workshop staff training. I can actually remember vividly sitting in a similar room like this in St. Louis in April of 2008.
Yay.
Sitting next to Daphne Charles, who I met for the first time that morning, and listening to an amazing woman named Joy King. Yeah. Yes. Speak about the College Summit mission. And I said to myself in that moment, I need to figure out how I'm going to be a part of, how I can be a part of this family. Because the work that they're doing needs to be done and I need to be a part of it. Now I mentioned Joy King. Joy King's no longer with us, right? Darren Kinley's no longer with us, right? J.B. Schramm is no longer with us, right? So it looks, in some ways, to folks, it feels a little bit different, right? But what has not changed? The mission has not changed. Why we are here has not changed. And the way that we honor those folks that I just named, Odette Swan, another person who I need to name. The way that we honor their legacy and their work is by carrying it, by truly standing on their shoulders, truly building upon the foundation that they laid for all of us. That's the commitment, and that is what I want to challenge all of us as we engage this work this summer to do. Think about the groundwork that has been laid that you are standing on, that started in 1993 in a basement in Washington, D.C. And who could have imagined the magnitude of what College Summit is, and more importantly, what College Summit will be. As we are all works in progress, so is the collective of all of us a work in progress. And so as we engage each other, as we engage school partners, as we engage volunteers, as we engage, most importantly, peer leaders, we must remain focused on that which has not changed in order to affect real change. We lost this week one of the mothers of spoken word and of music and of art, Dr. Maya Angelou. And I thought it fitting, not only in tribute to the work that she did and the legacy that she has left with all of us, but also because of the message of this work and the time that we find ourselves in at College Summit. So it's a bit long. It's not a one or two line quote, but I would love to share with you, before I turn it over to our Managing Director of National Programs, a word from Mother Maya. A rock, a river, a tree, hosts to species long since departed, marked the mastodon, the dinosaur, who left dry tokens of their sojourn here on our planet floor. Any broad alarm of their hastening doom is lost in the gloom of dust and ages. But today, the rock cries out to us, clearly, forcefully, come, you may stand upon my back and face your distant destiny, but seek no haven in my shadow. I will give you no hiding place down here. You, created only a little lower than the angels, have crouched too long in the bruising darkness, have lain too long face down in ignorance, your mouths spilling words armed for slaughter. The rock cries out to us today, you may stand upon me, but do not hide your face. Across the wall of the world, the river sings a beautiful song. It says, come, rest here by my side. Each of you, a bordered country, delicate, yet strangely made, proud, yet thrusting perpetually under siege. Your armed struggles for profit have left collars of waste upon my shore, currents of debris upon my breast. Yet today, I call you to my riverside, if you will study war no more. Come, clad in peace, and I will sing the songs that the Creator gave to me when I and the tree and the rock were one. Before cynicism was a bloody sear across your brow, and when you yet knew, you still knew nothing. The river sang and sings on. There is a true yearning to respond to the singing river and the wise rock. So say the Asian, the Hispanic, the Jew, the African, the Native American, the Sioux, the Catholic, the Muslim, the French, the Greek, the Irish, the rabbi, the priest, the sheik, the gay, the straight, the preacher, the privileged, the homeless, the teacher. They all hear the speaking of the tree. They hear the first and last of every tree speak to humankind today. Come to me, here beside the river. Plant yourself beside the river. Each of you, descendant of some passed on traveler, has been paid for. You who gave me my first name, you Pawnee, Apache, Seneca, you Cherokee Nation, who rested with me, then forced on bloody feet left me to the employment of other seekers, desperate for gain, starving for gold. You the Turk, the Arab, the Swede, the German, the Eskimo, the Scot, you the Ashanti, the Yoruba, the Kru, bought, sold, stolen, arriving on a nightmare and praying for a dream. Here, root yourselves beside me. I am that tree planted by the river which will not be moved. I the rock, I the river, I the tree, I am yours. Your passages have been paid. Lift up your faces. You have a piercing need for this bright morning dawning for you. History, despite its wrenching pain, cannot be unlived. But if faced with courage, need not be lived again. Lift up your eyes upon this day breaking for you. Give birth again to the dream. Women, children, men, Take it into the palms of your hands. Mold it into the shape of your most private need. Sculpt it into the image